First of all, I want to congratulate Coach Mazey. First of all, on an unbelievable career. He gave me an opportunity I'll never forget about in 2005, and he was really good to me, and he was really good to me letting me come back to UNC when Coach Fox offered me the pitching coach job. He was actually really, really happy for me. Great team. They fought. They had a great season. They gave us all we could handle. And yeah, we're going to miss Coach Mazey. He's one of the better baseball minds I've ever been around. We were talking about before the regional, those 17 days. I know it wasn't long, but I lived in a hotel, and we were together in the office just 24/7, just talking baseball. And I realized quickly how much I could learn from him. So I'm thankful for him. And yeah, these guys up here in this team, I made a decision in 2022 what lens I wanted to coach through. Had that mirror conversation and decided that if I'm going to claim to be a man of faith, I've got to coach through that avenue. And that's a decision I made, and I'm thankful that I did that because it brings you so much joy. And I'm really happy for this team, these players. I've been fortunate to be in Omaha, and these guys haven't. And my whole goal, I was talking to Mandy, my wife, quite a bit, is I just want to get these guys, I want to get them there, and because they deserve to be there. So I'm really excited for our team.
Just for players, I mean, obviously we know how excited he is to get you guys there, but how excited are you to get him there, and what is his part of this journey meant to you guys?
Yeah, from day one that I've been here, it's been about the process. It's been about, he really does care for us. He loves us, and he just wants the best for us. And, the look on everybody's faces and our coach's face after that last out, it was priceless. So just excited to have gotten it done, and just looking forward to getting out there.
Yeah, kind of going off Vance. 3 years that I've been here so far, it's been amazing. Coach Forbes and the whole coaching staff really shows this team love, and all the previous teams I've been on love. I don't think you'll find a coaching staff in the country that loves their players as much as this team. But I mean, we owe everything to this program, and they tell us that every day, and they remind us of it. We wake up and we're on nothing. So, I mean, we get a video from King Saban that coach sends us a lot. We wake up and we're entitled to nothing, which is the reality here. We owe this university everything. So to get to Omaha and get him back there, it's an amazing feeling.
I feel like there's not another coaching staff in the country that cares about their players as much as they do here. It's awesome coming to the field every day knowing that you're at a place where you're truly cared for and loved. We don't take that word lightly here. Everything that we do is in the best interest of everyone else around us, and you really feel the love and the warmth when you're around the stadium.
Vance, 2 years ago, you were on the other side of this. You watched Arkansas draw a pile on this diamond. Now you're on the winning side. How does it feel? Just were you thinking about that moment at all in the past 5 minutes? How do you feel about it?
I wasn't thinking about it until you said it. But it's over now, and I can promise you it's a lot better feeling on this side of it.
Dalton, what was going through your mind in those tense moments in the night?
Just stay with it. Like Coach said and Vance said, that we're process oriented, and if I didn't get those calls, it's okay. I didn't make the right pitches. Just go with it and go pitch by pitch.
For Dalton and Vance, Scott has mentioned many times, that the first team meeting back in the fall, you guys talked about, Omaha wanting to be the destination. What do you remember about that, and just, what were you thinking then in terms of maybe the possibilities of making this happen?
Well, it wasn't to get there, it was to win it. And, this is just another stepping stone towards that. But, whenever that first meeting comes, I think everyone believes it. If you didn't believe it, you wouldn't be here. And, to get there and to be on that track now, it's rewarding.
Yeah, to go off what Vance said, we're going to win it. That first team meeting, everybody was like, okay, like let's get after it. And then the days following, when everybody was putting in the work and nobody's skipping reps or doing anything like that, like we know that the guys in this team were building toward the right thing.
Jason, I guess what was kind of your mental process going up to this start? Obviously, I mean, a lot of kids your age are just graduating high school around this time of year, starting the deciding Super Regional game, I guess. Were there people that reached out to you, or was it kind of, I mean, I know you're going to say, treat it as the same start, but it's got to feel a little bit different today.
Definitely had a lot of texts going into today's game. But I think the biggest thing is, wasn't too happy with last weekend. Coaches were great with helping me out and working with me and kind of just reminded me to stay within myself. You don't have to try to do too much. You can just go out there and execute. And I mean, that's all credit to them for giving me the game plan to go out there and do it.
Coach, considering the moment and his age, just how remarkable of an outing was that for him today?
I was just admiring his tag on his hat. Honestly, it didn't surprise me. He's a special kid, ultra competitive. Here's a kid that gave up his senior year in high school, trusted us, him and his family. We thought doing that would give us a better chance to get him here, and little did we know that he would get even more draft attention because he pitched so well. And we had that group that came to summer school, and they just really, really were special. And we had guys here like Knapp and Poston and other guys. Vance was here. He was still rehabbing, and they really helped these guys along the way. But these guys saw it right away, this freshman class, how talented they were and how many arms we had. And, I had a really good feeling about Jason today in the matchup. And, him and Coach Gaines and Coach Howe, they had a plan, and the pitcher has to go out there and execute it. It was fun calling pitches because I've been there when you're throwing it like he did tonight.
Vance, for you, back-to-back pitchers are they can hit home runs, and then of course the next time up you lay down the push. Was that something you kind of thought you would do just because they weren't expecting it? And how do you think that kind of ignited the offense there?
Yeah, in that inning there were 2 quick outs in front of me. All you're trying to do is just get to the next guy. So I thought that was a good opportunity to do it. With them shifting 3 guys on the left side, all I needed to do was just get it. Just get the pitcher to move 5 feet or so. It worked out, and then Casey and Parks just kept it going. And that's just kind of the depth of our lineup. And doesn't matter if it's no outs or 2 outs, 2 strikes, we can get it done.
Coach, can you talk about Vance's game? He kind of showed the elements of what makes him such a great player: the speed, the power, the throwing arm, the range on defense. I mean, it all came together tonight.
I've been saying it since the beginning of the season, he's the best player in the country, and I believe that. I also said that when somebody asked me, what's your approach this season, is I remember Vance and I meeting, and he said, Coach, just trust us and jump on our bat. And that's what I've done. I wrote that on my game card today: trust the players, trust the coaches. But that just shows what he changes the game. Obviously the unbelievable catch, but he just threw a BB to first base like not many people can make that play, and starts us off with that home run. I'm just going to keep jumping on his back while we head to Omaha.
Jason, just what are some of your earliest memories, watching the College World Series as a kid, and just, what does it kind of mean to have those dreams realized tonight?
I think it's always been a goal of mine from as soon as I started playing to win a national championship and go to Omaha. It's pretty awesome watching that game tonight after I came out. Just kind of try not to focus on it, but it's in the back of your mind a little bit, like we're gonna go, like we're gonna do this. So it's pretty awesome.
Where did you end up in that dog pile?
I was on the bottom.
Jason, I have a question for you. Coach mentioned you skipped senior year of high school and you graduated this year. You started here at 17. Just being as poised as you are, most freshmen don't have that kind of poise that you do. What's the mindset behind that for the whole season, really?
I think that comes from a lot of the older guys. In the fall, trying to pick up as much as you can, and that's something that they preach a lot. Is just you have to go pitch by pitch. You can't really focus on the results. You really have to focus on, the process, like Coach says, to get the results you want. And just kind of stick with that and don't let your head get too big out there.
Coach, you've helped UNC advance to the College World Series multiple times as a part of the program, but does that feeling differ at all as the head coach?
Really, it doesn't. We were talking about as a team before we started this. Don't forget who packed your parachute. There was a story with it. But the reason I'm sitting in this position is because Coach Fox took a chance on a renegade junior college player that he didn't have to take a chance on. And he gave me that chance in North Carolina Wesleyan, and I realized quickly that if I didn't run hard to first base and I didn't go to class, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I was going to be off the team. So it's what I needed at the time. If anything, for me, as a head coach, I just want to, I want to do all we can to win that national championship for all the guys that I've been in the dugout with, that they set the standard. I mean, some of these former players are back here, and they set the standard. I was just lucky to be a part of it starting in 2006, and this has been a really, really good program, and I'm just thankful and proud to be a part of it.
Scott, what have you told these guys about the College World Series since you've been out there a time or two, and what more will you tell them?
I don't think I've told them a ton. The first team meeting this year, we just said, hey, our goal is to win a national championship, let's get it out of the way, and that's it. But I have told them to trust us coaches and trust the staff. Coach Howell's coached in 2 national championships. Coach Wiersbicki's played in Omaha and been a coach in Omaha in 18. Coach Gaines was on teams that was in Omaha, and he also went in 18. I just said, hey, this team's good enough to get to Omaha. It's hard. But the biggest thing, the 2 words really that we talked about were love and unity, because we were going to have some talented players that may work their way in the lineup, and some guys that had played a lot may not be in the lineup. And the only chance we had to make it was if everybody was selfless, and they sure were.
Scott, Randy was talking about just fans really got their money's worth the last 2 nights. Just a few words on how competitive these games were. You look at some of the other scores around the country, and it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah. I talked to the team last night, and I said, hey, if you guys want to, bridge the gap a little bit and make it a little bit easier on us coaches, go ahead. But it didn't surprise me we were in that burner, and I just have to say, I've never seen it that good of an atmosphere. We've had great atmospheres here, and that's a credit to everybody coming out, everybody paying attention to this team, how they play. They play the right way. They respect the game. And that helped us. That helped us. That helped this team get to the College World Series, and I'm hoping that will continue to grow, because college baseball is at an all-time high. And, I'm excited for all of our teams and these young guys that'll be back here, seeing, hey, this is what it's supposed to look like, and if you do what you're supposed to do, you got a chance to play in front of that big of a crowd.
Dalton, during that 9th inning, were you in the same mentality as Monday night against LSU? This is my game, this is my inning, start to finish?
Yeah, absolutely. On the mound, you can't really think about if they're going to bring in somebody else. If they would have brought somebody else in, I wouldn't have been worried about it. I have trust in the guys behind me that come out of that bullpen. I was trying to take it pitch by pitch. You make more mistakes, you put more pressure on yourself, and you start thinking about the bigger picture, thinking if they're going to take you out or if they're going to leave you in. So just trying to take it pitch by pitch.
Dalton, how much confidence does it give you as a reliever to come in after a start like that for Jason?
It gives the bullpen a lot of confidence, knowing that your starter's going out there and he's giving you quality innings, holding an offense like that down. It gives a lot of confidence to the bullpen.
Got time for 1 or 2 more, Adam.
Dalton, how much did you have to hustle on the final to get over there to make the final out? Because it looked like it was going to be close with Parks having to back up a little bit on it. And then once you're able to get to the bag, what was the celebration? What was the celebration like when everybody sort of just converged out there?
I had to dig it over there. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm not a runner.
Neither is Harbor.
So I had to dig it pretty good to get over there. And then after I caught the ball and hit the bag, I just unbelievable feeling that we're going to Omaha.
Vance, were there any conversations in the locker room today or from coach that you guys were willing to win away, or was it just business as usual?
No, there wasn't. Maybe there might have been some jokes about it, but like keeping it light. It wasn't like one more. It was more of just like just gotta play our game, and the outcome will happen. As it may.
Last question.
Y'all think it was Colby playing John Denver back there?
What do you say?
Did y'all think it was Colby that started the John Denver back there?
Possibly. There's no telling. Tell you about the type of group we have. Vance found me right before the game started. Said, "Coach, you look nervous tonight. We got you." I don't know if he was just messing with me, or maybe I did look nervous because I was nervous.
All right, did you have a question?
Man, Vance, this likely was your last game at the Box. Can you talk about your feelings and could your last game of the Box have come out any better for you and the team?
If this is the last one, then this was an awesome game. So many guys in this locker room and beside me have just put us in a good spot so far this season. And to see the look on everybody's faces was priceless. That's what we worked for since August, and that's just kind of it's very rewarding, I guess, to kind of see all those faces.
Vance, what went through your mind told you to bunt that ball?
First two guys got out pretty quickly, and I thought just give us a chance to move down the lineup.
You notice he said if. He's not back here. He's only a junior.
Thanks so much, y'all.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.